Hi, welcome back to my channel. This is Amy from With Love by Amy, and this is the card we're going to make today. It's a Ninja Turtle inspired birthday card for a friend of my son's. So for starting off, we're going to make a black card panel, and we're going to make it in the oval shape. So I'm using the Hero Arts oval dies, and I'm leaving a little bit of space there at the top for the hinge of the card, and then we're running it through the die cut machine, and we have a good opening flapping card. And now we're going to do a technique called swiping. It is a technique inspired by a video that I recently saw from Jennifer McGuire, and so I'm going to give it a try. This is what we're going to use to make the shell of the turtle with. Now, this is like the perfect technique for this because we want the, you know, the hexagons on the turtle's shell to look different from each other. They're not all the same. So we're going to swipe these different colors of ink. I think I used a Stampin' Up! One that's really old, maybe garden green or something. And then Catherine Pooler. I'll list them all in the description box below. And then after all this, I did this part of it, and then I realized that I didn't like it. So I added like a tan or a light brown to it too. I don't think that part got on camera though. And then we're going to use my waffle flower hexagons to cut out. I tried to do the punches, but they weren't big enough, so I wanted a bigger hexagon to make it look like a turtle shell. And yes, I did Google what a Ninja Turtle shell looked like when I started this. So we are going to, yeah, the ones that we're using are much bigger than the punches I have. So, and then we took that whole sheet and we cut a whole bunch out with the die cut machine. And then I kind of like dry fit them on there to make sure we had enough. And then we're going to glue them back on. We're going to leave a little bit of space in between all of them because if you look at the picture of the Ninja Turtle shell, it there's like black lines between them, so that's where I got the idea from, to leave a little bit of space and to make the card panel black. And we're just going to cut or paste them on here with liquid glue, and I'm kind of like putting the glue on the turtle shell in the space or the shape of the hexagon that'll be on there, because the part that's overhanging for some of these we're going to reuse. So after I glue these all on very haphazardly, and it doesn't honestly have to be perfect because let's be real, a turtle shell is not perfect, and I think it'll get the point across when I'm done with it that it's supposed to look like a Ninja Turtle shell. And come on, it's for a kid's birthday party. I'm sure they'll either be amused or not care and just throw it in the trash, and either way is fine. I don't care. So we're gluing these on, and this one I'm struggling with, like, which way was I supposed to put it? I don't remember which way it was supposed to be. I should have put there. I realized it was not going to fit properly, so we're seeing if it'll work somewhere else, and apparently it won't because I must have moved something to the wrong spot. So now we're going to have to play catch up here because I don't know if I'm going to have enough pieces of hexagon after there I am trying to dry fit that one again and see if it'll fit, and it will not. So we're going to use that same oval die that we cut the card base out of, and we are going to fit it back on there perfectly and tape it down very carefully. And we are going to send it back through the die cut machine to cut off very carefully all of those excess pieces. And then we're going to double check and see if we have enough to finish out the turtle shell. And here's my very, very well cut die cutting plate. And I decided that we were going to do it this way. Yeah, lots of indecision here trying to figure this out. Should I have just made a larger panel with the original swiped ink on it? In hindsight, yes. However, we're going to make this work. All right, so there we have our cut off pieces, and that one isn't exactly big enough. That one is. So that one will work there, and that one will work there. So I guess we got it. Yay! Now to glue these down and to carefully take the tape off. You always want to peel the tape off very carefully after it's been through the die cutting machine so you don't rip your project, especially when you're basically done, because that is heartbreaking. Ask me how I know. So those of you that are in the age group to like Ninja Turtles or have liked them when you were a child, which one was your favorite? Leave me a comment in the description box below. I think my favorite turtle when I was a kid was Raphael, but they were always really cool. And I remember me and my brother thinking, because we were like, 8-year-olds or whatever, and we thought that we could be Ninja Turtles. I remember trying to learn all the things. Of course, we never had nunchucks or swords, but we made do with what random toys we had. All right, so I put a white card panel in there that I cut out with an oval as well. We're going to use this Altenew Beautiful Inside with a scrap of orange cardstock because we think that the kid that this is going to, that the orange Ninja Turtle is his favorite. Is that Michelangelo? I can never remember. So we're going to stamp Happy Birthday on there with VersaFine Onyx Black ink because that is my favorite ink for sentiments, and we're going to stamp it down. And I made sure it was like sort of centered over like where it would be on the turtle shell. And so we're just going to stamp it a couple times to make sure it's nice and black. And then we are going to position it over the back of the turtle shell. Do I know that there is no like thing like this on their shell? Yes. However, I couldn't figure out a better way to make it say happy birthday. So this is the way we're going to do it. And I'm going to make it overlap the shell just a little bit, and then I'll cut off the excess. So we're going to glue it down with some liquid glue and let it dry for a second, and then I will cut it off.
Because Andy hasn't replied to me to tell me what we're doing with territories, so I guess I'll have to do that
This is
on Monday
always
because
scary
I
for
don't want
me.
to start on it and then have him tell me
I'm
we're changing
afraid,
it.
what if I mess it up and I cut into the shell
I
or
did everything I could do
something?
yesterday.
When you're on your final step of the project, it's always very daunting. And now I'm going to make sure that I stamp my personalized stamp on the back of the card. And I do this with the Hero Arts Unicorn White ink when I'm doing it on a dark card base. Just because when I give these out at a birthday party, if somebody's interested in finding out more about my cards, they can find me on social media. And I appreciate it. Here's my 5 seconds of Sonic. He's crazy. Let me know in the comments below what you think of the card. Thank you so much for stopping by, and see you again soon. Have a great day. Bye.